Hey everyone, Joe the Aviator fan here, and welcome back to another video. And today we are going to be looking through some stuff in my past with this. Hang on, with this lovely box here. Yes, it's gathering dust as I haven't really been looking through it, but very special treat. I thought I'd do it as a 44 subscribers special, and it's going to be me showing you guys some relics of the past. Preferably that's me saying, oh, I'm going to show you guys some pictures. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is open the box, and I'd like for you guys to view it. This will be about a 17 to 20 minute long video, because as you can see, there are a lot of photos in there, and we're going to go through them one by one. I'll show them to you guys, I'll point out to some things, and it's going to be great. So alright, so here's the lid, just standard plastic lid, we'll put it here. Okay, so the first set of pictures, basically we're going to do like take a pile of pictures out at once, then I'll show them to you guys. So here we go. Okay, so these ones consist of baby pictures. Now, when I was at my mum and dad's one time, they showed me a photo album which had pictures of when I was a little diddy baby, so I thought I'd show you them. So the first one is of me in an incubator. I'll go ahead and show it to you guys. This was me. This is a CPAP, which is basically when I was diagnosed with meningitis, I had to be in an incubator, which is this, as you can see, this plastic chamber which is meant to keep disease in, you know, a bit like the bubble boy, and to prevent anyone else from getting meningitis. I think I had stage 3 meningitis. But then again, I only know this because my parents have told me. So yeah, I had a lot of medical equipment hooked up here, as you can see. So yeah, and this was taken on the, hang on, I know, I just need to remember my months. January, February, March, April, May. May. So this was taken on the 27th of May, 2003. Just a couple of months, I think, 3 months after I was born. So I think it was a couple of weeks, I was somehow diagnosed with meningitis, some brain damage, and sort of lack of oxygen. So I was kept in the Norfolk and Norwich Hospital for about 3 months, which is 12 weeks, in case you don't know. Right. So this is a close-up of me, as you can see. Got more closed eyes here. Basically, oxygen goes through this pipe and into my system, so my respiratory system. Basically, it's meant to help my lungs work. This was taken on April, I think. Alright, basically, if it was referring to 3 months, so it would have been April, May, June. So I think April, May, and June were the 3 months I was in hospital for. So, yeah, this was me in the incubator, with the doors there and such. Just some wind out there. So, here's another incubator pic. Just to let you guys have a little look. Aha! Now, here's an interesting history for y'all. My dad supports... my mum and dad supported Norwich City, which is what my old carer Mike is. I forgot to mention my previous foster carers. I call them my old carers. Mike supports Norwich City. I went to 2 matches, and I'll probably sorry guys, my stammering. I'll probably explain that in another video. So here's little toddler me. As you can see, I'm wearing the Norwich City hat right here. I'm only glancing this way so I know where to put my fingers when I'm pointing, otherwise my fingers are just going to be like, oh, and then I'll be mistaking the curtains for a hat. So here we have 2 more baby pictures, here and here. Again, there's a difference between the incubators. During my early days in the hospital, I was in a square incubator, and then it moved to a semicircular one. This is my mum, and here's me. As you can see, I've got a little tape on my mouth. This was taken on January, February, March, April, May, June. This was taken on the 11th of June 2003. And as you can see, my dad was a big supporter of Leeds United too. Is my mum? Yeah, that's my mum cleaning me with wipe. These holes are basically where someone would put their hands through to access my face, as I needed to be wiped with a cloth. Good thing I don't have sensitive skin now, do I, people? Here's my dad. This was taken, I don't know when it was taken. Most of these have dates, most of these do. I think that was on the same. So basically these were taken on, these were, I don't think I'll be able to show you the date, guys. This was taken on the 11th of, why do I keep forgetting years? January, February, March, April, May, June. So basically these were both taken on June. So here's my dad. He's wearing, I don't know what show he's wearing, but look, another little picture of baby me there. Okay, so now we're moving on to this photo. A photo that I hate. Why? Because it's me. This was taken on the 7th of June 2018. Wrong, actually. This was taken on my 15th. Wait. Yes, this was taken on my 15th birthday. 2018 was mostly a great-ish year. Although I should have been an idiot and I should have grown a beard faster. But there we are. If I do stay quiet, there's footsteps. I don't really like talking when there's footsteps near. But anyways, okay, so this was taken at Pontins, a little this caravan park thing you went. Actually, I'll tell you a story about it in a minute. So here we have me on these little like cone things where you'd put them underneath your feet and you'd have to hold them and literally walk in them. I think I'll call them cone shoes. And that's Mike, as you can see. Yeah. He's the one I mentioned. I see him once a month. Nah, that's not really related to me. Oh, this was... Shut up, wind. You're making it think like there's a plane outside. Keep in mind, if I do get up, it's probably because I'm going to be photographing a plane. But no, we're just here to delve through my childhood. Which is what I'm going to call the video. I'm going to call it Delving Into My Childhood. Should it be delving through or into? I don't know. But if you want to find out, you can always write down at the comments. You know, just comment video suggestions. But yeah, feel free to do whatever you do. This was taken at Norwich Castle. Post keep renovation. It was before the keep was like that. My hand's blurry because I moved my hand when Julia took the photo. That mouth thing, it's an iconic thing. This was at the Egyptian Museum with little me. I was only looking that way because, yeah. This doesn't show the date either, but half of these photos are from the Asda Photo Centre. So I'm really glad I've got them, actually. Right, okay, so we're going to take another pile out now. Put this here, this one here. So, this one is of me on a train, as you can see. You know, I sometimes like to look through these pics because I'm very affixed. I'm very nostalgic when it comes to these, and having these photos shows you what I used to look like. There's a difference. But I still have that facial structure. You would always have it. This was on a train leaving London. Again, there's no date. And sorry, stammering again. Again, disclaimer, I do stammer a bit, but I'm amazed I get through this video. So, when I was a kid, I had an interest in ancient Egypt. It was actually my go-to interest before aeroplanes came into fashion, thanks to Flixton, really. And these are Playmobil. It's like this random Lego thingy and all that. So I had those. This was at the Time and Tide Museum. Again, this was taken in 2016. Me with an inflatable guitar. It's when they had this music thingy on. So there it is. I'm probably just going to go through these photos one by one. And if there's a photo of particular interest and of something that I know, I'll show it to you guys. I might have to create a part two of this series because my phone battery is on life support right now, and by that and by that I mean it's inches from death. So we're gonna do this pile and a couple more piles, and we'll end off part one there, and we'll wait until sort of September-ish, and we'll go ahead and execute part two so we can finish off. All right. This is a pre-order strip. There's me and Candy. It's not really related to the pictures, but it's there. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through each of the baby pictures. Here we have some more. This was during East Coast Truckers. It was one of the trucks I was in. East Coast Truckers is a charity for people with disabilities, and they always start at County Hall, a hideous building, I tell you. But I've just found out they've got a Jaguar as a gate guard. Ooh, doubt I'll get to see it, but there we are. Hopefully when the winter comes along, the trees will be more disheveled, give me a chance to see it. And they used to go from County Hall, which is where they were leaving, all the way to Pleasurewood Hills. Back then, I still had an emotional attachment. Okay, so this is a semicircular incubator. This was taken on the 12th of April. Oh, sorry guys. It's just whenever I talk about this, I forget about the months. It's just I'm really bad with months, you know. Right. I think this must be one of my aunties. Then again, there's a lot of BDM founders I haven't even met yet. But got a little me right there. Again, sorry for the head movement. I'm literally trying my best to look so that I know where to point. And my feet are gonna go frozen after this. Here's my mum. Now, in case you don't know, my mum smokes. She does. And she had... God, that wind is annoying, man. And on a child history book, which I'll probably show you guys another time, that is if you want to. I don't really want to expose too much of my past to you, now do I? So, my mum had mental health issues, and the only way she could cope is by smoking, and she did it a lot. And then there's me crying. But I'm kind of used to it all. This was taken in 2016, again, at the castle thing. Again, this is post-keep renovation. This stripy t-shirt was basically one of my favourite jumpers. And here we have another. This was taken on the 11th of June. Again, same date as the other picture. This was in London, taken on the This was taken on the 30th of July. I don't know when, but it was grey that day. It was grey and miserable. Here's this was me on the Isle of Wight. I attempted to swim to France, but then again, it's only because we were at Shanklin Beach. And trust me, the English Channel is bloody dangerous. Now you see why now you see why these videos ain't for kids. Children, you should not have Lysandras exposed to you, otherwise the parents are gonna attack me. Here's a mummy, a real mummy. If you don't know what an Egyptian mummy looks like, now you know. It's not really related to my childhood, I thought I'd show you. Here's me. You know, when I watch this video, I'll be able to see this photo more clearly, but yeah, here we go, here's me. I used to always have a fringe. I'm trying to get a fringe back, but it ain't working. Not really related. Nope. But this is Callum, he's a non-verbal lad who still lives with my old carers. This was taken on this day back in 2018. Julia DM'd me about this, and this was taken 12 years ago on this day. So, hooray. That was me back in 2012. Lovely. Billy Butlins. And me wearing a turtleneck. I bet you didn't think of that, did you? Yes, I wore turtlenecks. Why? Because I did. Here's me. This was one of my favourite shirts. It's basically known as a jumper shirt. It's a bit like a collar jumper. It's where the hood and the sleeves of a shirt are attached to that of a jumper. This, I managed to find out, was related to a 2012 drought, and I felt a bit unsettled. Christmas. I'm hoping to get some Pet Shop Boys stuff this Christmas, guys. Look at me. With this random green Christmas cap on. More Egyptian stuff, because, you know, I had a big interest in them. And me sitting on a seat in a Premier Inn near the Tower Inn. So yeah, basically this is going to be a 2-part series of these photos. So we're going to do one more big pile, and then we're going to end off here. And in about September-ish, we're going to go ahead and, well, we're going to go ahead and do part 2. There might be a part 3, then again, I don't know. This was me. Basically, in the circus, they do these weird spin plate thingies. I managed to get it. Just right there. This was at Pontons as well. This was at my 16th birthday at Cosmos. Hopefully I'll get to go back again next year for my 23rd. I can't believe I'll be 23rd. Wow. It's crazy, isn't it? Again, the wind is whistling. This, another 2016 one. Basically, this means the 21st of June 2016. These were all taken at Norwich Castle. They're the Viking thing going on there. Outside the Buckingham Palace with I think it's a Grenadier Guard, but they're known as the Royal Guards. He's just there, standing. I bet you those guards are officers right now, because they were probably a guardsman back then, and probably now they're like colonels or lieutenants or colour or garrison sergeant majors. Oh, I forgot to show you this one. There's this group of lads, I think they came along with us for the ride, so yeah, they're just walking with us. Again, yes, I'm randomly looking at them. And then there's these weird winged horse, winged horse things right there. Again, I think this is the 3rd, 4th video I've done it on my bed. Then again, most of my other videos I've done on my thing. It's just, I tend to do videos like that. Not related. Another baby picture of me. The incubator, CPAP. Oh, there's me and me dad. And he was a people mover, which is probably, in other words, a bus driver. This was taken at London Station, I think. Here's me with a sarcophagus. There's probably a body in there. Ooh, but I don't really know. I don't know where this was taken, but this was on a ride. Oh, that's my granddad. And here's me. Basically, whenever Nanny and Granddad went out, I used to cry because, basically, I would never cry around them. And then my mum would try almost every sort of method to calm me down. My mum and dad we didn't have our own flat, so we had no choice but to stay with, my Nanny and Granddad. There's me and Mike in London again with this amazing patriotic English lion. This was my final East Coast Truckers trip. After that, I had become too old to even partake. So there's me with a clean-shaven head. And Nigel, whom I'm friends with on Facebook. This was a hut made back in the stables. Back then, I had this like mop top puffy hair. I used to grow my hair exceedingly long. I'm gonna have to cover this area because if I uncover it, YouTube is gonna have this video taken down. So I'm afraid I cannot show you. I cannot show you the schlong. I'm really sorry, but I can't. Here's another one. Again, I'm just leafing through these pictures, but I hope the video's entertaining. Give me something to watch. Ah, no, this is an interesting one. This was during the early days with Julia and Mike. I used to always wear a cap, and I had glasses on during the 2009 era. Not related. My God, there are a lot of photos of me. There are a lot of not related pictures here. Is that me? Yeah, that's me. This was taken in September of 2009. Won't be long because it'll be 22 years since this occurred. 2003, I meant. Little school image. I am here, right here with the glasses. And this was Mr. Parkhouse. Mr. Parkhouse was petrified of blood because my teeth used to bleed a lot. This was during a triathlon, which is a combination of running, biking, and swimming. Did we do swimming? Probably not. I dressed up as a stormtrooper. And back then, I had an obsession with Isabel and Kanan. I asked Kanan out once. She said no. Here's a lesson. If you want to get a girlfriend, don't even bother, mate, because she's gonna... Don't it... You know what, never mind, I'm just going to continue. I'm literally just stammering at this point. This was me on a tractor ride with a random woman staring at the camera. This was during a thingy at one of the small churches in Stalham. I was in the Sea Scouts in Stalham as well. I had a very awful hunch. I could set this as my profile picture if I wanted to. Because look at this. This is how I should look. The only thing I'm missing is a mustache. I've got a mustache, but it ain't big. As you can see, guys, I have got a thick mustache. I really need to shave these parts. Although in the mirror they look dark, in light like this, I think... Basically on this side they look dark, but in this side they look light. It's because the light out there is literally beaming on my face, bro. Not related. this was year 6. Basically, I was in year 3 back in Cantley, and because of how well I did, I was literally I literally transitioned to year 6, but I was still in class 3, and a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, I'm here. There's Katie Blake, who I met back in 2022. Then in 2023, I think. Here's me, Hope Kamaski. She was a girl with Down syndrome. This is not offensive. YouTube, don't scream at me, please. I'm still getting used to the grind of content making. This isn't really related, but it's a card I made. I think I'm going to call this video Delving into My Childhood Photos, Part 1. And then it will be the same for Part 2, Part 3. I think Part 2 will come out in sometime in September. And then Part 3 will mostly come out in December, January-ish. So stay tuned, guys. We've got a lot of uploads coming up, so buckle in. This is another one of me, first foster carer era. Not related. Me looking very patriotic. There's me with my England face paint and my England clothing. Another baby picture. This was post keep renovation era. There's me wearing my iconic striped jumper with Santa back in 20. Oh no, this is 2015. Sorry guys, pardon me. I had pasta for dinner. Yum yum. Here's another one with me with a sarcophagus and many other people who are probably elderly by now. I don't know. Last East Coast truckers thing. Again, sorry for the elderly thing. It's just if you're in a picture in 2016 with me there, you're gonna be a lot more older than you usually are. That is what I meant to say. Me, oh, that hunch, guys. That hunch is awful. I don't know why I was sitting like that. East Coast truckers. Oh, this was at yeah, I think that was at Pleasurewood Hills because we always go. I'm not going to like what is this photo? This was taken on the 30th of June 2019. I'm not a big fan of it. Another incubator one. Father and son bonding time. Like father, like son. I probably possess some traits of my daddy. And more incubator ones, yeah. The incubator ones I'll just leaf through. Different angle of me wearing Norwich City cap. Me failing to balance the thing. Another incubator one. Yeah, there's a lot of photos in this past, so we'll just go through them. Me, lightsaber, 2016. Yeah, 2016. A real skeleton. Not related, but still. Me with, a la Tick-Up. The primary school. Me with my uniform on. I actually still have uniforms. Oh, this one's interesting. Okay, so toddler me with dummy. I tended to cry and embarrass myself. We were out for my nanny and granddad's. I think it was my nanny's birthday. We went out to a place and yeah. Post foster care. Oh, baby me. Oh, I've got to say I was cute as a baby, I'll admit. This is one of my cousins and me growing hair. I had this hair in like an avatar. Avatar, the Legend of Aang. Aang, however you say it. You can have a fight about it in the comments. Here's another one. I bet you we're going to get a thunderstorm soon. Those clouds ain't looking good. Which will mean the light will stop bloom and ruining everything. Chainmail. If you look, you can see the reflection of my phone. If you look closely, you can squint. I am... Oh, and then this one. I'm the star of the Christmas tree, 2015 era. Me in my Pirates costume. More father and son bonded time. I think me and my father, sort of like bonded and such, but you never really know. This is Kirsty. She's one of my other cousins. After I moved into foster care in 2007, I never really saw those guys again until in 2022 when I saw Zoe. I should really try and see my mum and dad again. I haven't seen them for what feels like an eternity now. There's me in Norwich City kit and my mum, which if I'm correct, judging by the bottom, is holding a cigarette. Yep, I was right, and there's me crying. Don't ask why I was crying, I was a baby, I couldn't help it. Here's another one. You can see it a little bit more. This was taken on the 29th of August, 2003. Yeah, I looked like that. And you can tell my Egypt interest has gone full flare with that book. 2007. Yep. I had a cap on. I didn't really show my face. I was focused in digging up the sand. I was... Sorry guys, I've been sitting on my feet for ages, man. My legs are gonna ache after this. This is me on a teacup at Pettit Animal Adventure Park. I don't go there anymore. I'm just not a big fan of it. And the final photo for the video, this photo of me doing this is which is what the mummies and the sarcophaguses do. Well then, that is all I'm going to be doing for now. So these are all of the photos we have just looked through. We'll go ahead and put them all back. Shake it up. And that's it, guys. Anyways, thank you for enjoying the first part of this, I think, 3-part series of delving into my childhood pictures, which is what I'm going to call the video, or delving into my childhood pics. So yeah, thank you so much for viewing this video. I'm going to put the box away now, and I'll see you guys next time. Joe the Aviator Fan, over and out.